can eat these things on your weight loss journey and still lose weight. I'll show you how. Your girl is obsessed with Biscoff cookies, and I definitely have these throughout my entire weight loss journey. Okay, so when you find your calorie deficit, using an online calculator, putting in all of someone's information. This is not my information, it's really random, just for an example. Calculate, and it's gonna give you your calorie deficit number. So once we scroll down to maintenance, you wanna scroll over to the cutting tab because that's gonna be your calorie deficit number. Cutting just means, cutting down the fat. Let's say this was me. My calorie deficit number is 1800. Let's say my favorite snack were Uncrustables, right? So what I'm gonna do is subtract 210 calories, because it's 210, from my calorie deficit numbers that they gave me. And I still have a great amount of calories left to eat for the rest of the day. Over 1600 calories are left. I've given you guys the example before of treating your calories like money in the bank. Calorie deficit numbers are 1800. I have 1800 calories in a day. If I want to transform, I need to really lock in with that number and spend those calories wisely. Yes, we want to make sure that we're having our high protein, lower calorie meals and knocking our protein goal out of the way. But we also want to make sure that we're leaving space in our diet to have some fun. So let's think of it like money. We have $1,800. Cannot spend all of our money on shopping, trips, and this and that. Money has to be reserved for bills, other things first, but we still always want to save a little room for those vacations that we go on periodically throughout the year, right? Same thing with calories. We want to spend most of our money on the things that we need. It's going to be just staying in your calorie deficit, those lower calorie meals, high protein foods, but we want to save a little bit of that money for fun. How you spend your calories is totally up to you. I like knocking my protein out early in the morning and earlier in the day so I can have some fun later. So knock your protein goal out for the lowest amount of calories possible to save as much room as you can for those fun foods. My body transformed in 10 months. I made sure my nutrition was on point and I made it realistic. I still had my foods that I like. I just found this on my weight loss Instagram. As you can see here, May 17th, I meal prepped for work. As we can see, this is a really high protein meal. On the next day, it says May 18th. I said I'll always make room in my diet for my fave snacky snack. Just remember it's a numbers game and you have total control of what you do with those numbers. Let this be the 10 to 20% versus the 80 to 90 though.